Okay. Also, clear row range, that does the same kind of thing, except you put a colon and it will clear from 8 to 22 or any rows that you want in a range. Okay. Next thing is export editable Excel file. So right now, these we can't really change anything. It's protected. But if we want to, we click export. Okay, and it says, congratulations, you just made a copy of your saved data in a new Excel workbook. Feel free to save it with a new name, share it with a friend, or sort it in any way you like. Okay, so here you can see the date that we analyzed the stocks. And this information, if we want, we can change in any way that we want. We can organize it, we can sort it, do anything like that that we want to do and play around with this. Okay, so let's close that. Okay, next thing is if we go over, we can see that everything is here, like in the single analyzer. We have the sort by top rated, and all of our information is over there in the same kind of row system. Okay. Next is we'll go to My Investment Plan. Alright, so here from our saved data, if we aren't sure which ones we should buy, the My Investment Plan will help us to choose. So we can click it, yes. Okay, so it says the analyzer has found some potential stocks for you to choose from. So it'll ask us some questions, yes. Do you know of this company, Microsoft? Yes, I do. Do you know of Chevron? Yes, I do. Does Microsoft offer a unique and dominating product or service with no close competition? Well, I think they do because of Windows, right? And Chevron, they're also unique and dominating. Okay, so here, so it goes through according to our question. It says, congratulations, your investment plan has been successfully created. So according to those, the recommended buys and the possible buys, it'll help us to choose if we should buy or not. Warren Buffett had always said that you should buy only companies that you know about or know of, and also that have a competitive advantage, they're dominating in their industry, or if they offer the lowest prices. For example, like Walmart, they offer the lowest prices among other stores of their kind. Okay, so we click OK. Here we have Chevron that we should buy, and the price to pay, and Microsoft and the price to pay. Now, we can do the same thing here with clear individual rows or clear row range. And then over here, our next question, if we say we want to buy Chevron, how many shares of the company should I buy? So this is a good question. So what we want to do is put in the money available to invest. And like I said, here if you have any of these little red triangles anywhere on the spreadsheet, it'll give you information, comments about what you should do there, instructions. Okay, so number one, money available to invest, $500. So I'm going to say that I have $1,500. And the price per share is $111.73, so that's what I have here, Chevron, if I want to buy it. How much does your brokerage fee per trade? So I use Scottrade, it's $7. So we calculate. Okay, and we can see here that if we bought one stock of Chevron, we would have to make 12.53% return just to cover our brokerage fee costs. So you can see it's not even really worth buying one share. On the other hand, if I were to buy a maximum of 13 shares, the maximum would be according to the amount of money that I had to invest, which was $1,500. Then I would need to make 0.96% return to cover my brokerage fee cost. And then here's the mid-range for 7 shares. So this really gives you a good idea of how many stock shares you should buy to make it worth your while. Okay, so that's the My Investment Plan. Alright, the next thing what we want to do is we want to check out the Multi-Analyzer. And the multi-analyzer is here. And multi-analyzer is my favorite thing. It's very powerful, and instead of analyzing one stock at a time, with the multi-analyzer you can analyze up to hundreds or even thousands of stocks. All you do is paste the tickers in here, or the stock symbols, paste your start date, and you paste your end date. And to make it more convenient for you, there are tickers here, S&P 500 tickers, you can see. So you just copy and paste these into the multi-analyzer over here in this column. We have the Dow 30 tickers, the Russell 2000 tickers, and also the NASDAQ tickers. So any of these tickers you can use. And if you want to add more tickers, like this is the current from October 2012, you can just visit these links up at the top, and it'll help you to get the current list of ticker symbols. What I like to do is analyze the 500 S&P tickers almost daily, and it takes about an hour to 2 hours. I just do that right before I go to bed. When I wake up in the morning, all the stocks are analyzed, and I have them in order with the best buys at the top. And usually I have a small handful of stocks to choose from that are recommended buys or possible buys. And it really makes my life easier, because instead of analyzing 500 stocks on my own, where it takes me about 30 minutes or more per stock to analyze, I just click a button here and it analyzes them all for me. Now remember, you still have to do your due diligence with these handful of stocks, but it really makes life much simpler. You have more time to spend, with your family and friends, or doing whatever it is that you like to do, instead of, analyzing stocks. So let's just say we want to analyze the Dow 30. So we would just go and select those, hit copy, and then go over to the multi-analyzer and just paste them in here. And then let's do 2013, and let's do 1 year later. Okay, so now we can just copy this and just paste it down here. Okay, and then we just hit analyze. Okay, it'll say that it saves every few minutes, so you want to make sure that this is the name of the file that you want. If not, you should save a different file. Okay, and you can see here that it says this task will take 15 minutes to complete. You can cancel at any time. Would you like to proceed? It's analyzing thousands of calculations for each stock and statements and things like that. So that's why it does take a little while, but you can leave and come back. And it might take less than 15 minutes. It depends on your computer speed, your internet speed, if you have other programs open, and things like that. So we'll click yes. You can see here that it's calculating, so you know it's working. The screen might flash, the screen might go to white, but that's okay. It's still working. When it's finished, you'll hear a ding sound, and it'll tell you a confirmation that your stocks have been analyzed. Okay, my data has finished, and click OK. And then it sorts it, you can see in the saved data, but it says here that it's highlighted some recommended stocks to buy, and the analyzer can help me choose through these stocks. This is the same thing as create my investment plan. So if you want to do that, you can do that, and it'll ask you the questions. I already showed you that option, so I'm just going to click no. All of our data is put in here from the multi-analyzer, and you can see the list just goes down, and at the bottom are the risky investments or the worst investments. At the top are the best or safest investments, with the company ranking is high, bargain price. And you can see here that we have two Microsofts. That's because we analyzed two different dates. So we analyzed January 15th and we analyzed January 13th. So if there are different dates, it'll put the same stock in there. What I usually like to do is I will export my file and save it, and then for each day I'll analyze a new bunch. So I'll have a cleared saved data sheet, and then I'll analyze a new bunch in the multi-analyzer, and it'll be all the same date what I'm analyzing, so that I could keep them separated. Okay, so that's the saved data form. If we go over here to help, we can see that we have help and troubleshooting. We have a link to this video again, and there's also some other tips on how to use the analyzer effectively. And then at the bottom we have how to update or upgrade your spreadsheet to get the latest version. I hope that you've enjoyed this video on how to use the analyzer, how to use the BTMA spreadsheets effectively. And if you have any other questions, check out beatthemarketanalyzer.com. My name is Grant, and have a good day.